In this video, I'm bringing to you yet another product review. This time, I'm reviewing the Hog Extender 2.0. Look at this beauty. So I've been trying it out for several hours this week and I have a lot of thoughts on it. How does this compare to the Hog Pex and the Best Extender 4.0? Well, I'll go ahead and do an in-depth review, a comparison, and I'll give you all my thoughts and opinions. It's going to be a very interesting video, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first let's do a bit of a product overview. So this is the Hog Stretcher. I keep calling it the Hog Extender. I prefer Extender, but it's actually called the Hog Stretcher. This is the V2. Now keep in mind, before you could buy this at the Etsy shop, but they changed their terms and conditions. So now you have to go to this honestpe.shop. Keep in mind, I'm not affiliated with this. I actually bought this by myself. So this is not vendor sponsored or anything. I did not get this for free. I used my own money to buy this one. And as always, whether I get it for free or whether I pay for it, this is my fully honest review. In any case, so you can buy this for $94, and there's actually different colors, which is pretty cool. This is something that not the other extenders don't have. I personally got the purple. It looks pretty cool. You'll see it right now. There's other ones. There's pink, blue. I think that's kind of cool. Kind of a if you're into the visuals, you can see some of the colors. I like the purple. The reason I like the purple is I think it has a nice contrast with the numbers, so you can see the black numbers pretty well on the scale. And yeah, this is what it looks like. You'll see it more in depth right now when I do the in-depth review. So in any case, so this has a built-in scale, a bundle knob, a padded base, and it's quite sturdy. Has the bar on the top to make it sturdy. So very much a modern extender, right? And yeah, so this is going to cost you $95 with shipping and calculation. I honestly forget how long it took to get here, so just keep an eye out. Read the instructions for how long it'll take to get to your place. I believe it took like 2 weeks to get to my house. Very discreet, just came in a box. There was actually not even I don't think I apologize, I didn't do an unboxing, but it didn't even have the bubble wrap at all. It just came with it, and it was perfectly fine. The box was a little dinged up, so I think, ideally it should at least have some bubble wrap, I would say, at the very least. That is and compared to like something like the Best Extender, which comes in a nice box with a molded custom mold which holds it in place. And also the Apex, which also came in the box. I don't recall. I don't think it watched my Apex review, but I don't recall it having bubble wrap anyway. But the Apex is made out of solid metal. I don't think there's any way that'll get dinged up during shipping. In any case, so how does this compare with the competition? So you can buy the Hog Extender for $95. Compare that to the Apex Extender. This is the V1, which is $150, right? The difference with the V1 here is that the V1 Apex doesn't have a built-in scale and doesn't have a bundle knob, right? Keep in mind, the bundle knob I really like for micro adjustments for when you have imperfect cup application, right? When you put it on, it's a little crooked and you just need to slightly adjust it, not necessarily for doing bundle extending. It also doesn't come with a built-in pad, but the cool thing is you have the Apex. You can also buy the Hog Stretcher, the Hog Pex, which upgrades it, which I'll do a comparison right now, or you can buy the cushion, which works for the Apex as well. Or you can buy the Apex DIY kit. This is the DIY kit for the 1.0, which again, no built-in scale, no bundle knob, no pad. It does have this like super slim pad, which I reviewed. Check out this video where I reviewed that pad. I'm not a big fan of it. I much prefer the one from the Hog Stretcher side. This pad is much better than that thin pad that comes with it. Anyways, that is 110, and you have to assemble it yourself, whereas this Hog Stretcher comes already pre-assembled. Then there's the Apex 2.0, so I should be ordering this in the near future. This one's $185, so significantly more expensive, right, than the Hog, which is about $100, right, more expensive, $90. which is about $100 more expensive, right? The 2.0. So $90 more expensive for the 2.0. Now again, this one I'll do an in-depth comparison when I do get it. But this one has a built-in scale, no bundle knob, and no cushion. So you know, we'll see how that stacks up when I get it. But this one does have a built-in knob. It has the scale, which like the Apex 2. And this one is $95. Keep in mind, this is one solid piece. The Apex is one solid piece, which should make it a lot sturdier. But we'll see how sturdy it is compared to the Apex 1, which it also has the one, one solid piece for the frame. So, and if you get like the cheapest option for the Apex is you get the DIY kit. What I would recommend doing if you already have the Apex is get the Hogpex kit, which I review in this video. Check out that video, and you can essentially get the best of both worlds, which is getting like the Hog extender with the Apex. But if you don't have any extender, this is a solid choice for only $95. Now compare that with the best extender, which again I did a review. Make sure you check out the best extender 4.0 review in this video here. That's $179, so very comparable, right, to the Apex 2.0. So it's only right, and the Apex still slightly, just a few dollars more expensive. Now keep in mind the best extender has a built-in scale, has a built-in bundle knob. It's a slightly more ergonomic. It doesn't have that one piece. But again, check out the more details on that that review. And you know, when I get the Apex 2.0, which again I'm paying for it, so I'll do a full and I know I've been talking about this. If you want to see this video, the battle royale between all the latest extenders, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button. That really motivates me to keep working on this channel and keep doing this battle royales and comparisons between all the extenders. So hit that like, hit that subscribe button right now. In any case, so yeah, that's how this compares with all the others extenders. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do an in-depth review. All right, so here we go. So first, let's do a more overview of the product. So here, this black one is the Hog 1.0, and the purple one is the Hog 2.0. So not a whole lot that's changed. I'll sort of go over the things that have changed that are obvious to me. Check out the description. Maybe there's something that I missed, but I'll go over some of the things that are obviously different. So this bracket here, the new one is a little bit longer here, as you can tell. The screws here are a little bit smaller, as you can tell from the old one. The base is a little bit slightly slimmer from what I can tell. The font on the scale are bigger, which is great, makes it easier to read. This part that you pull down on is a little bit more rounded, which makes it a little bit more comfortable as opposed to this the old one, which was a little bit like sharper, not like a big deal. Otherwise, the bundle looks pretty much the same as before. Another thing that changed is the hook, right? The hook on the new ones, it seems a little bit smaller profile, doesn't have as much, doesn't have as much depth, which makes it a little easier to apply and remove the cup, which is great. That's an improvement. The bar at the top, it's a lot slimmer, as you can tell. And then it says the word Hog, and it doesn't have these two holes anymore, which I guess they were for like if you want to use a strap or something. They were removed. I also believe that he now uses a Loctite, which makes it right, like in comparison to like the best extender, in which this little nuts would easily come off. I believe that was fixed, by the way, in the newer best extender iterations. This one is pretty solid, right? I didn't have any sort of issues with it coming off. It's quite sturdy, right? I think the design makes it very sturdy, very comparable. I'll do a comparison with the Apex in a second. Other than that, not a whole lot has changed. Nothing that I'm seeing that's obvious. Like this still sort of separates. I think the catching also is a little bit better on the newer one. Like it doesn't really catch. I didn't find that to be a problem before as well, but it does have like an anti-catch mechanism, so it doesn't get caught on the thread of the rods. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I don't know if there's a whole lot. The base also says Hog. It says Hog, I don't know, B03. I'm not sure what that means. But otherwise it's a lot similar, so I'm not seeing a whole lot of difference. So yeah, that's basically it. Check out that other video where I review the Hog 1.0 and to get a more in depth as to what I think about the 1.0. Otherwise, I mean, I'll pretty much just repeat. I don't, one thing is I don't see too many big improvements from the 1.0 or things that are different. One thing that I don't like is the separation here, right? So I'll just go ahead and compare it to the stretcher, the extender that I use every day these days, which is the best extender 4.0, right? With the padding, it's very comparable to the best extender 4. I give the slat edge to the best extender 4 on the base comfort. The best extender 4 is also just slightly slimmer, right? You can sort of, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell, but it's like slightly slimmer, not by too much. What I do like a lot about the best extender 4 is that this piece doesn't come off, right? It's like attached somehow, and the bundle knob has like this spring that makes it a lot easier to kind of lock into place, whereas this one is still loose. So yeah, so this is why I still use the best extender 4.0 every day as opposed to the Hog. Even though the Hog is a very, very solid device, I think that the price difference does make a difference, right, in terms of quality. Like the best extender is still slightly better, again, because of the separation and the snappiness. One thing I didn't like about the best, at least in this iteration that I have here, which was one of the early iterations of the model, is that the knobs kind of come off easy. Like, with my hands, I can basically unscrew it. It's kind of a pain. But I think that's something I could fix with like Loctite. And again, I think that was fixed with the latest iterations. So very, very comparable. And again, it's like almost $100 price difference, but they're very, very close, right? That's the thing. So if you're in a budget and you don't really care about the separation, you don't care about the snappiness of the bundle knob, this is a solid device, right? So it's also very, very sturdy. I would say that it's even, the problem with this one is that it's, again, it's not super tight here. So it's definitely sturdier than the best extender, which is not like a huge deal. But if you're doing something like if you're treating a curvature, like a lateral curvature, the sturdiness does matter, and the wider profile also matters. So if you're, make sure you check out that video on the stick trick. And why the wider frame is actually better if you're trying to, if you have Peronis and you're trying to you're trying to treat a sideways curvature, this is actually, the Hog is actually going to be a little bit better. So that's how it compares to the best extender. Now for reference here, I have the Apex. This is the 1.0, but with the HogPex kit. And I still think the HogPex is still better, obviously, because of the solid frame, the one-piece frame. It makes it even sturdier, right? And keep in mind, like the screws are a little loose because I didn't screw it on right. But that's kind of one of the bad parts, is you have to modify it yourself. But I still give the edge to the HogPex just because it combines the best of both worlds. How solid the frame of the Apex is, along with all the new features. Again, I don't like the separation. I wish there was a way to fix it where like it doesn't get separated at all. And if there was some sort of spring system here, that would be even better. And then it would be really comparable to the best extender. But as of now, yeah, this basically, right, that's how it compares. Overall, I think it's a great extender. If you don't have an extender and you're in a bit of a budget, this is absolutely the extender that I would 1000 recommend. If if your budget is around $100, it's amazing, it's great, it's solid, has all the modern features, has the scale, right, has the bundle knob. It's great with the padding. Is quite comfy, very solid. So and a little bit more, at least visually pleasing, because of the color scheme and this little bit like slimmer profile bar at the top. So yeah, honestly, not a whole lot to say. I don't think there's like a huge improvement over the 1.0. So if you have the 1.0, I would say I don't think it's honestly worth it to get the 2.0 just because. But if you don't have an extender and you're looking for a budget extender, this is absolutely the best way to go. If you have a slightly better budget, I would go for the best extender 4.0. And if you already have the Apex, I would 1000% go with the Hog Picks conversion kit. Honestly, from what I see, over the Apex 2.0. So the Apex 2.0 is the last extender that I'll be getting and reviewing in sort of this generation of extenders. So overall, you know, I'll keep it short and sweet. It's a great extender. Looks great, functions great, the price is right, and it's a smaller shop. I think you do have a bit of a weight in compared to something like the best extender, but it's well worth it in my opinion. So yeah, not a whole lot to say. Very straightforward review. So with that being said, let's go on and move to our final thoughts. And there you go, another epic product review. Now I put my own money into this. It's always nice to get stuff for free, but that's not always the case, especially with those Reddit rules where you have to tag it as a vendor affiliate, even if you just get it for free. I'm not affiliate. I'm not sponsored. Sometimes I get products for free. This time I pay for it myself. So if you like this review and you got something out of it, all I ask is that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I have a lot of fire videos coming up. I have a big surprise coming up. I think it's going to be super exciting. Something you haven't seen in this channel before, obviously PE related. So stay tuned. Make sure you don't miss any of the videos because it's going to be amazing. So if you like this video, check out these other videos which may be relevant to you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.